Welcome to Hot Flash Chronicles, where midlife is messy, menopause is madness, and we're sweating through it together.
We're Angie and Shelly, two caffeine-fueled, slightly inappropriate grandmas who say what everyone's thinking.
So grab a drink, crank up the AC, and let's dive in. Angela.
Shellinator.
Angie.
Shelly.
Okay, just checking in.
Yep.
Just making sure everybody's...
Hi, I'm here.
We're here and we're happening.
We're here and we're happening. Can confirm.
It's been like we've had a few days off.
We have. We haven't seen each other in a few days because I was in Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla. And I was just busy doing things and stuff. So it's been...
things and stuff.
So it kind of, all of our busy life is leading us into this next topic.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I think it's near and dear to our hearts.
It's near. I don't think it's dear.
It's not.
For me.
It's definitely near.
It's a life lesson I've learned recently. We're going to talk about one of my least favorite words that people talk about.
It's about time. And
I'm really busy.
Busy. The B word. It's the
B word. It's worse than
I'm
bitch.
just so busy.
It's worse than bitch. It's worse than balls. Worse
Is it?
than... Wow.
Okay.
Words are hard today. For me, busy is a dirty word. Because busy implies that you don't have time for someone.
Okay.
So people often say, because I have like my schedule, I'm in high demand.
You're in high demand.
That's what I say instead.
Yeah.
My schedule is kind of erratic as a photographer. So I don't keep banker's hours. I don't, whatever. And people often say to me, Angie, I know you're really busy, but I'd love to hang out with you. And it's like, and I always say, I'm never too busy for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like if you worked at a bank and somebody at 3:00 on a Tuesday was like, hey, we should go shopping.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to because you were working.
Yeah.
So I have work hours that are not necessarily set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So I am in high demand, not as high demand by design currently. But I don't like it when people think I'm busy because it implies that you don't have time for them.
Well, and sometimes the way they say it too is like, I know you're busy. You know,
Right.
Sometimes there's this kind of attitude with it maybe, or you're not going to find time for me, or you're so busy and I'm not on your list. And I mean, sometimes I've kind of gotten it thrown at me that way.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm always putting out fires. So, and also like with the, I'll go into the ADHD thing in a second, but I'm always putting out fires. So you just have to let me know you're on fire. If you want to hang out, just be like, hey, Angie, let's hang out. And then we will find a time.
Yeah.
But there's a thing with ADHD. You know how kids have object permanence?
Yeah.
Like you have a doll.
Yeah.
And then you take the doll away and they forget that you have the doll.
Yeah.
ADHD is the same way. So if somebody is not right in front of you, you actually forget that they exist.
We probably used to call that in the days of yours, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe those people just had ADHD.
Unless a memory comes to mind, or I see something on social media, or I get a text, I will literally forget. Which sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, I have a little bit of out of sight, out of mind, a little bit.
We'll call it that.
I get busy and I get not busy. Sorry.
My
life becomes, full of high demand activities.
You're in high demand, Shelly.
And I just get caught up and I often forget that maybe something was happening or somebody maybe needed my time or something.
Right.
So I always feel like sometimes you have to reach out and reconnect and say, oh, I thought maybe we were going to have coffee, or we kind of left it up in the air and it never got on the books. That's about, if you just say,
we should get together sometime.
Yeah, if you don't give me a date and I don't put it on my calendar, I'm going to forget.
Getting together sometime will never happen with me.
No.
And I've been called out as being a bad friend because I'm not good at reaching out to people. But now that I know this about myself, the ADHD thing, that I just literally, if you're not right in front of me, my little neurodivergent brain, puts you into a filing system somewhere back in my noggin.
Note to all of Angie's friends, families, and acquaintances. If you have not had enough Angie time, put your face in front of her face.
Or just say, what are you doing on Tuesday? We should get coffee.
Yeah.
Give
what times and date.
What time next week do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
If we get it on the calendar, I'm showing up 100% of the time.
Right.
Well, I should say 100%. Sometimes
I
emergencies
love
happen.
having stuff on my calendar that
Uh-huh.
really needs to happen for me to follow through
Right.
with things and stuff.
But you're my best friend, and you have experienced this where we have gone months without talking because
Yeah.
Angie is putting out a different fire, and Angie is forgetting that Shelly not that I forget you exist.
No, but it's like,
You know
I
what I
think
mean when
part
I
of it
say
is a
that. Like,
concept of time is different too. You
mhm,
don't always recognize that maybe weeks or months have gone by. That's like why I would reach out to you or any of my other friends is sometimes it dawns on me, oh my God, I haven't talked to Angie in gosh, 3 months. What?
I know.
And then I'll reach out. Like I'm not always great at that either, but that's usually what happens is something clicks, like I'll see an old Facebook memory will pop up. I'll go, oh my God, I have
Yeah.
not reached out to so and so or I haven't heard from them.
Mhm.
Is everything okay? And then that will kind of get a fire under me to reach out. But it's never because I don't love the people or that I
Sure.
don't want to see them. My concept of time now is so much different. I cannot track how fast things are going by. Like it shocks me that, oh my God, it's fall now and we're going to be going into what? We're going into the holiday season? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, don't even say
But we
that.
are. It's going to happen.
That feels very much pressure.
So
Pressureful? Is that a word?
it is now.
Okay,
You
cool.
just coined it.
Yay.
It's very pressuresome.
Pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of
That's what
goddamn
I'm trying to
pressure is
say.
what she's
A lot of
saying.
pressure.
Yeah. So I think that a lot of people the concept of time, because we are in demand in our lives,
Mhm.
there are lots of things happening. Sometimes we lose track of how much time has gone by between, an event or the last time we saw somebody in our family or friends. So that's part of what we wanted to talk about was this the way we manage our time, the way we view ourselves and what we're doing with our time.
Mhm.
Because I think we do a lot of judgment calls on ourselves when we're in demand and when we're not in demand.
Right.
Because we have those off times where sometimes I look at my calendar and go, well, this can't be right. There's nothing, there's nothing on
Me
here.
time.
Yeah. It's like, what happened? Like I was doing all this stuff. I was in demand and now there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's
All of a sudden
tumbleweeds.
it's crickets.
It's
Why can I not talk today?
what is
Crickets.
a cricket?
It's a crumpet and a cricket put together.
Is it edible? High in
Like,
protein,
I
maybe?
mean, I think technically everything's edible if you can, I guess.
Shove it in
Yeah.
your face hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But some things you can only eat once
yeah,
'cause it'll kill you.
and a crimpet might be one of those. But yeah, it's like I feel like, and there's times when I'm in high demand where it's interesting how your self-esteem works when you're in high demand. Sometimes it makes me feel really good about myself. Like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, look at
Everybody wants to
me.
hang out
I
with
mean,
me.
look at this. But then sometimes it also makes me kind of resentful.
Mm.
Like if I get overly booked, I feel like I don't have time for myself and I start feeling drained and it doesn't energize me anymore. It makes me feel overwhelmed.
Mhm.
And that is because I let my being in demand get out of hand.
Right.
I didn't
Well, you have to set some
control it.
boundaries around your time
Yeah.
because if you don't have that time to do all of the other stuff that you need to do in life, like, oh, I need to put away the laundry, I need to go grocery shopping. Like, if you fill your clock constantly or fill your calendar constantly, your day to day stuff won't get done. And then I start to notice, like, oh my gosh, I haven't cooked anything to eat. Like, and
Mm.
if I'm just go, 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 which I have been a lot of times in my life, a lot of those tasks that are kind of necessary to continue going
Mhm.
on, like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I haven't done laundry. Oh my God, I need to empty the
Sometimes
dishwasher.
self-care goes
Yeah.
like way
Yeah.
down on the list. And that's the art of being in demand and knowing there's times when you need to have like a recharge period. So, being in demand is great if you're doing the thing we've talked about lots, which is boundary setting.
Hmm.
It's something you have to do in so many aspects of your life. And there is a skill to boundary setting and there is a learning curve to
Oh,
it.
it's something you need to know how to, like, you have to learn how to do it. You can't just say, "I'm gonna start setting boundaries."
Yeah.
That's not how
No,
it works.
and the whole thing about boundaries is it's really a way of coordinating. It's like being your own, assistant
Mm,
in a sense of you have a way to measure what amount of time you have to give to other people, to give to projects,
right.
to give to yourself, and you manage those, and a lot of that is done through your boundary setting.
Right. And Sue Bryce teaches a lot about boundary setting. She teaches about self-value and those kind of things. But one of the things that she does as a tool is she every day puts an actual event on her calendar called VIP meeting, and she's the VIP.
Mhm.
So she has, like, I can't remember if it's an hour and a half or something she has slotted away. And if somebody's like, "Oh, can you do coffee at 4 o'clock?" She'll look like, "Oh, I have VIP booked." And the person doesn't know what that means,
Yeah.
but she knows that she needs that me time, that
Yep.
recharge time, or that I'm gonna go move my body, or I'm gonna go grocery shopping, or I'm gonna bake, or whatever you're gonna do.
Meditating.
So having that time blocked out. Now I'm somebody who loves time blocking, and I actually want to do a whole episode on time blocking,
Great.
like how to do calendar,
Mhm.
um first, especially for a neurodivergent that can't seem to figure out what to do at any given moment. If
Mhm.
I don't have my business stuff blocked out, it's not going to get done. Like,
Mhm.
I have stopped, like, I lagged in doing my social media post time
Mhm.
blocking, and if you look on my social media, I haven't posted anything because it's not telling
There.
me that I need to do it. So
Yeah.
I need those kind of little tickler files and little reminders to come
Yeah.
and let me know, like,
I
"Hey, it's
mean, we
time to
live
do
in a
this."
modern world. It's a busy world.
You
And,
said the B word.
but I said world. I'm not saying the world is busy. You have to decide how you're going to be in demand with that world.
Mhm.
How you're going to fill those different, all these different boxes that we need to fill up. And I think like the time blocking for sure, boundary setting for sure, these things all go hand in hand. But the other thing that we maybe don't really understand the value of is when we're not in demand
Yeah.
and that we need to purposefully schedule VIP time for ourselves. You need to schedule the downtime is just as important as your in demand time.
Right, and there can be a perception of, "I'm not being productive
Hmm.
right now," or, "I should be doing this." Like, don't should all over yourself. Like,
Don't shoot on everything.
that is the worst thing you can do. So today, for example, my husband and I went to Walla Walla with some friends this weekend. On our way back, I was like, "Hey, I want to stop and get some peaches because I've been wanting to can peaches and they're almost out of season." So we stopped at You
Mm.
Pick Peach Farm, and I wound up buying 58 pounds of peaches
Woo!
and 20 pounds of plums.
Dear Lord. Okay.
Now, if you know anything about fruit, fruit has a time stamp.
It does.
So if I buy 58 pounds of peaches, I have to process those
Got to do some
peaches
peach stuff.
quickly,
Yeah.
because that shit will rot
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
So I was like, in doing this, I'm like, I get to can peaches. And then this morning I was like, fuck,
I get a can. Peaches.
I need to can 58 pounds of peaches. Whoops. Maybe I shouldn't have bought 58 pounds. That was
That's a lot of
excessive. That's
pounds.
a lot of peaches.
Am I getting some canned
Fuck
peaches?
yeah, you are. Of course you are. So I'm gonna do peach
Woo!
salsa. I'm gonna do peach jam. I'm doing peach butter. I'm
Oh,
doing
yeah.
canned peaches. All
Mm.
of it. But
Peach
there's a
cobbler.
finite amount of time. There's a window that these peaches have. I already processed all the plums. I canned some. I'm making plum butter in the crock pot right now. I'm dehydrating some in the dehydrator, and I um did them up in the freezer.
Yeah.
So I can't. I mean, like, bro, it's a lot. So I've signed myself up, unintentionally or intentionally maybe,
Mhm.
to do canning for the next 3 days.
Yeah, you're on a
So,
canning
and then I
time
was
zone.
like, "Okay, so it's gonna take me probably 15 hours to get the peaches processed,"
Yeah,
right?
it's a lot of peaches.
Even if I freeze a bunch, you can't just throw whole peaches in the freezer.
Pit them
You
and
have to pit them and peel them,
yeah.
right? And put them into bags, whatever. Uh, so there's a whole system. So I was like, "Okay, what work-wise is on fire?"
Do I need to come over and help you with some peaches?
Maybe.
I'm
But
feeling
it's like it's funny because it was like, "Oh, I have this really chill week. Just kidding, I'm gonna fill it up with fucking peaches."
peachy
But I'm
keen.
excited because I love canned peaches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're delicious,
Like, do I need
especially
to come over and help you with
homemade. I might need to offer some peach assistance, it sounds like.
I got a third of them processed this
Well, that's good. Well, you
Yeah.
made a dent in those peaches.
Yeah, it's
But
5
but
hours.
see,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
the point
something
is,
happens like that.
if I was super busy, I couldn't have gotten those peaches.
Right.
So that's what I'm choosing my VIP time on. No, I'm stacking because I'm gonna need to use 15 hours of me time, my VIP, on fruit processing.
But I mean,
If I'm gonna do something, I'm going big, though. I'm not gonna go buy just 20 pounds of peaches. I'm buying 58.
yeah, do
Yeah.
it right, people. Do it obsessively. No, but the
No.
the whole thing is like so things like that will happen, right?
Mhm.
Like life happens,
But if I didn't have any
opportunities.
time in my schedule, I couldn't have done
But
this thing that I love.
opportunities come up, and you did have some time available. And then you're choosing, you're making a conscious choice. Hey, this is what I wanted. I want to do some canning. I love peaches.
Mhm.
This is what I want to do. But some people don't even have lapses in their life where they have a window to even take on something like
No.
that. You want to be able to do unexpected things or treat yourself to something, whether it be canning peaches, if that's your thing,
Right.
but maybe it's something else. Maybe you want to take up a hobby. Maybe you want to. It's about understanding that this unscheduled time can be flex time,
Mhm.
and you can use it to recharge. You can use it to be like, I'm ready to try something new. I want to learn something. Maybe you're going to take a college class. Maybe you're going to take voice lessons. Maybe there's all kinds of things if you know you have some time in your life for you to do things that matter to you. And it doesn't mean you're lazy, that
No.
there's nothing on your calendar. It
Lazy is
doesn't.
also a bad word.
Yeah, I hate that.
Lazy, like, I feel like we use lazy the wrong way.
Yeah, I
Like
think
saying, "Oh,
it's,
I'm taking a lazy day." It's like, no, you're taking a day off to do whatever the fuck you want.
you need to substitute lazy with recharging.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's like,
It's a chill day.
it's a chill day, it's
It's
a
a me day.
recharge, it's a me. And there's been times where I haven't known what to do with that
Mhm.
because
Or there's
maybe,
guilt.
yeah, maybe I've been so
Yeah.
in demand
Mhm.
and my mind has been in that place of productivity, productivity, results, results, actions, results. You get into that and you think that's who you are and what your worth is in
Mm-mm.
how much you can do, how much you can achieve, what all you're getting done. So then when it's not there. This could also be something some people call emptiness syndrome. Like sometimes somebody's been so focused on being a parent, on nurturing, on this, on that, on raising the kid. Your whole life has been this, 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 and all of a sudden the baby bird leaves the nest.
Right.
And what the fuck? What are you supposed to do? Like there's times when you're faced with this emptiness is what it feels like.
Mhm.
Emptiness on your calendar, emptiness in your activities, emptiness in your life, however you want to view that. And it makes you feel like kind of out of control, like, oh my God, I have to be productive. What if I'm not
Says
achieving
who?
anything? Yeah. And
Like, when my schedule first slowed down for photography because I raised my prices to where, um, I could like, I'm a value or I'm a high value photographer, I'm not a volume photographer. So, in I can't do 3 sessions a day. So, I get 1 or 2 a week,
mhm,
right? Which to some people sounds like, "Oh my god, she's not doing well," but because my sales average is good, um,
that's
it's
all you need.
plenty to sustain me, and I make a good living, and I'm happy with it, but then if I'm only doing 1 shoot a week, there's not a lot of time involved in that, right? Because I have a retoucher, which is an editor that I send stuff off to. Hi, Francesca, she lives in France. Um, so I'm not like, I have a lot of free time.
Mhm,
And when I first started in this business model, when I switched from being the inexpensive, doing a bunch of shoots, like doing volume, like quantity rather than quality, I had guilt around like, I can't just sit on a Wednesday and make sourdough. Like that feels, I thought my husband was judging me when he was working from home. He was not. If I was not working or doing something for my business, but it's like, I'm still making good money, so why am I worried about
And
how many hours I spend on my quote
that's a
unquote
that's a
job or
whole
career?
thing we're programmed into thinking
You
our
gotta do your so many
hours
hours
of
a week.
productivity, we're all like, "We have to work 40 hours a week." You don't. That's a choice. You do not have to, if especially if you own your own business, or if you're, a consultant, or you're somebody who does that, you can make your own hours and you can decide what your schedule is, and
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So it's like getting over that whole idea in your mind and recognizing this is how you operate, this is how you run your livelihood. And now you have this time. This is what people dream about, is
Yeah.
having time to pursue their hobbies and their interests in life. And Phil, my husband, was the person who really got me to stop feeling guilty about when I would go and sit in the recliner with my dogs and want to watch some TV. Like, that's how I wanted to unwind
Yeah.
sometimes. That's what I find relaxing. And I would be sitting there and I go, I, I need to go do laundry. I should be,
Right, I
well,
should be doing
I need to
something.
go clean I have to go clean the bathrooms. You know what? We haven't vacuumed in a while. Maybe I should go do some, and he would be like, it's okay to not do stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? What do you mean? He goes, recharging and giving yourself a break and sitting with the dogs.
Yeah,
That's
that's your
okay.
charging station.
That's your charging station.
Mhm.
And after you do that, you're going to come back with energy and the ability to complete tasks that must be done.
Mhm.
You can't, like, how do you do things when your battery is dead?
You
You
can't.
can't.
Well, and, like, while I was doing the canning and stuff this morning, I was watching an online class.
Yeah,
So
you can multitask.
I had it playing because my hearing aids work like AirPods, so it was streaming in my hearing aids. It was off on the side, so if she talked about a slide that I needed to see, I would stop and go look at what she was talking about or screenshot it, maybe throw a comment in every once in a while, but I was still being quote unquote productive while I was being productive. So,
But it is like letting go of a lot of labels, labels that we give ourselves, labels that society gives us. And it's about getting beyond those and becoming very in tune with what you're really doing in your life, what you're really scheduling, being in demand on your terms, the way that you want to be in demand, and also making sure that you figure in that recharge time without
mhm.
guilt and recognizing that is what balance is.
Yeah.
I think we live in a world where it's very easy to be out of balance,
Oh, totally.
where actually the world and a lot of society
It's built that way.
is
It's built that we're
pushing you
supposed to. Yes.
into imbalance.
It's encouraged to be out of balance.
And people will absolutely make judgment calls and think things about what you do or don't do with your time. And honestly, it's not their damn business.
Nobody's business.
It's not. And that's another thing,
Yeah.
especially for women, that we have to learn, is that we don't have to care what those people think. We don't even have to justify or
You have
explain
to justify shit to anybody.
to anybody. And that is a weird
It is weird.
thing
Yeah.
to place to come to. And probably the last 10 years of my life, I've been drawn towards that way of thinking. Like, I'll stop myself and go, why am I justifying this? I don't need to, I don't fucking need to justify this.
Why does
Why
this
am I
okay,
doing this?
if somebody is feeling like they need to know, why do they need to know? Unless
And
it's
do
your
they?
boss,
Yeah.
that would be different. I don't have a boss, but
There's absolutely some situations, like
sure.
in your career or in your work life. Do you have accountability? Of course you do.
Right.
I mean, we're not saying ignore that stuff. If your boss has an opinion about something you're doing, yes.
Yeah.
If your loved one, if your partner, whoever you live with in your household, if they have feelings or have questions, of course you need to discuss things with them.
Right. Well, and Jeff did kind of a couple times say, "You haven't been going to the studio much. Like, is your business doing okay?" Because he noticed that I was like
Mhm,
baking or watching TV or gardening or doing whatever, like I'm doing my things that fill my personal cup or,
mhm.
I'm hanging out with my family a bunch or whatnot. And he's like, you haven't been going to the studio much. And I'm like, well, I'm still bringing in the same amount. And he's like, cool.
Yeah,
Like,
just
and
wanted to know.
he just wants to make sure that I'm still,
Yeah,
like producing the income that we
but
need
you
to
know the
for our
people that
household to run. And I was like, yep, here's what I made last month. And he was like, cool.
you
Like,
know the people in your life who deserve explanations.
yeah,
You know who they
yeah,
are.
my husband's one of them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you have these people who you do, owe explanations to, or sometimes they need confirmation because you affect their life. So, of course,
Well, and he could have been a dick.
but
Like, have I asked you for money?
yeah,
No,
yeah, and exactly.
but I wasn't. I was like, here's what I made last month. And he's like, cool.
But there's a lot of people who don't deserve that spot and are not even appropriate to be asking you that question in the first place. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Is there's people who it's none.
None.
It is none your business. There are a lot of people who feel like it's their place to judge you or to be like, well, real women don't blah, blah, blah. There's these movements out here that are going on in the world about being I can't remember what kind of, it's some kind of wife. I can't even remember what it's called because I read about it. It
Ew, I
was
don't
so
love it. Ew.
stupid. It was about uh,
Ew.
women who are choosing to stay at home and they don't work and they're just raising kids. And there's FYI, nothing wrong with any of
Just
that.
raising kids?
I know. Just
That's the
raising
hardest
kids.
job there is.
Right. And so there's,
It's the most important
so
job there is.
FYI, nothing wrong with
Sorry.
any of
I
that.
just got angry. I felt rage when you said that.
But this movement that I can't remember what it's called, you guys will know because you've
Gross.
seen it out there, is telling all women that they should be that way. And that's what real
What if your kids
women,
are grown and gone? Then what am I
well, you're
supposed to
supposed to
do?
serve your husband or your partner. It's about being in service. It's a
I mean,
woman
I'll
who's
serve them
in,
pizza
it's
sometimes,
it's an
but that's
old fashioned wife or something old. It has some kind of name like that. You guys, somebody out there will know. Drop it in the comments if you do. But anyways, and a lot of them are,
is it religious?
some of it is,
Like the Proverbs 31 wife that's
yeah,
like, you
yeah,
should
and that
obey
might
and
be what it's called.
mm,
That could be it. It has sometimes
that's not
it's
new.
to do with religious beliefs or societal beliefs, but the whole point is, those people feel like it's their place to tell other people, other women, how their time should be spent and what is valuable to them. I
Well,
don't give a shit what's valuable
it's
to
like if
them.
somebody's doing an eating plan and they try to like
Get you to,
they feel or uh, there's like a running joke that if you know a vegan, you know they're a vegan because they talk about it a lot. Well, the person we just stayed with in Walla Walla is vegan, and
mhm,
she makes some of the best food. Oh
yeah,
my god, she's a good cook. But we also had non-vegan options. But it's like people always joke like, "Oh, vegans will just like
oh
try to
no,
pull you over," and it's like Michelle's not like that at all.
yeah.
She's like,
I
"Whatever,
mean, it
eat your
is kind
salmon."
of, sometimes there are assumptions, or
Mhm.
we kind of
I think she's not the norm
label
though.
everybody as,
Yeah.
if you're this, you're this, which we know isn't true.
I'll tell you what, that was the prettiest refrigerator I've ever opened
Mhm.
because she got there before we did, and she had prepped a bunch of, like, fruits and veg and made some dips and stuff. I was like, "This is the prettiest refrigerator I've ever opened." Seriously, it was
Yeah.
so colorful and beautiful.
Mm.
And Jeff was like, "I could eat vegan if I
Could get
ate
all
like
this
this."
stuff
Yeah,
if
it's
this is
super
always
good.
in my fridge ready to
Anyway,
go.
sorry.
But no, it's just like this whole idea of how you decide,
Should.
yeah, how you should act. It's really about how you want to act.
Yep.
And it's about how you choose to schedule your time
Mhm.
and how in demand you're going to be, how much recharging time you're going to give yourself, and striking that balance. And that is a you thing that you own. That is, it's a good thing to own. Like, it gives you so much say and control in how you want to live your life
Mm.
and how you see yourself in these roles. Like, seeing, if you're saying, oh, I'm always busy, and oh, and then I'm lazy. No, take those words out.
Take busy and lazy out of your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Like, just try for, like, a month to not say those words
Hmm.
because we say them often. It's like I took the word flattering out of my vocabulary a few years ago, and I mean, I'd be surprised if you catch me saying it unless I'm using it as an example like that.
Hmm.
Flattering isn't a thing. Like a flattering pose or a flattering outfit, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all subjective. Some things are so subjective that they're not a real thing
Mhm.
because it's just so much in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
It's like, what is beauty? What is art? There's certain things you can't answer,
Yeah.
but you can answer how in demand you want to be and how much recharging time. And you want to balance those so you recharge enough to hop back in when you're in demand and be able to do everything and feel good about it. When you don't feel good about it, you end up overpromising and under-delivering.
And super stressed. And if you're catching yourself constantly like, oh my gosh, I have another thing to do, or oh, I can't say yes to this that I really want to because I've already committed. If you're finding yourself where your time is stretched real, real, real thin, then it's okay to take a step back, look at all the stuff on your calendar and say, how much of this is actually serving my, like, what I want,
Mhm.
like my life that I'm building? How much of this is just me people pleasing and saying, sure, I'll do that because you need someone? No is a complete sentence, by the way.
Yep.
um, if you find yourself stretched really thin, pull back and say, how many of these things like bring me joy?
I was just gonna say a question I've been asking myself a lot, especially when I'm in demand and I'm looking through all my
Hmm.
things. I'll start evaluating. Every once in a while, I'll evaluate when I'm in demand. Why am I so in demand? What's going on? I'll look at what's going
What am I
on,
trying to prove?
and then I go through
That's
and
how that's where I'm at.
I'll bring one of them up and I'll think. I'll ask myself just to remind myself, why am I doing this?
Hmm.
Does this bring me joy? Is there a monetary gain for me doing this that makes it worthwhile? Why am I doing this?
Hmm.
And because sometimes I find out because it just always did. It was a habit and I was doing it because it's something I've just always done. Maybe it did bring me joy 15 years ago, but maybe it doesn't bring me joy anymore.
Right.
It's like sometimes you have to stop being on autopilot and do a reassessment. And I'll say it out loud to myself. I was driving in the car and I was kind of stressed over something that was coming up that I needed to figure out how to get there and how to do it. And the times where stuff wasn't matching up. And I literally said to myself, does this activity even bring me joy?
Yeah.
Why am I breaking my neck trying to figure
Why did
out,
I say yes to this? You have to ask yourself, why did I commit to
is
this?
it time for me to reevaluate
Hmm.
this being in my life? And it's it's okay to reevaluate. And even if you've always said yes, you still can say no.
Yeah.
You can say, now it's no.
Yeah.
It used to be yes, now it's no. And that's fine. And we have to give ourselves permission to change. We don't have to love things that we loved 10 years ago.
Right.
Maybe we loved going to pottery class 10 years ago. Maybe now we're like, is this just an obligation? And now
Yes, that sounds fun
I
actually.
paid for 10 of these and I don't want to go. You know, there's times when things change.
Hmm.
And we have to, as humans, we change, we evolve.
We should always be evolving and figuring out how to continue to grow. But if you find yourself where your schedule is stretched to the nth degree and you can't say yes to the things that you want to do because you're committed, you're overcommitted, then I would encourage you to pull back and look at it from a overarching, like, where is the and you can even like, I'm a nerd, so I would like map it out, like I'm spending this many hours a week doing this and this many hours a month doing this. And oh my God, I could shave off 16 hours a month
Hmm.
if I just said, I don't think this is for me anymore."
Yep. And it's not flighty. And
No,
if other people think it
that's not,
is,
no.
again, don't care.
Yeah.
You know why you're doing what you're doing. You don't have to explain to everybody. What appears to be flighty to other people might be because it isn't going to serve them anymore if you don't do it.
Other people's opinions of you are none of your
Yeah,
business.
that's on them, not you.
Right?
You can't change it. So, just as you move forward, take a moment if you are in demand right now. If your life feels very in demand and it's the way you want it to be,
If you
yay!
feel frantic,
But if you feel frantic and like it's out of control, then
you're probably not doing things that
invest.
bring you joy.
Yeah, you're probably not doing things that bring you joy and you're not giving yourself enough recharging time. That your balance is off.
Mhm. The
And
juice has to be worth the squeeze,
yeah, absolutely.
especially peach juice.
Peaches.
Have I ever had peach juice? I don't know.
I
Anyway.
have. I
Oh,
have it like they have it, the flavoring like at
right.
Dextro's.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So
They
there
use
is there's
Torani
peach
syrups.
there's peach juice.
I'm obsessed with the Dutch 2 O's, like the waters,
I've been
and
having them too.
I I found a Reddit thread of the broistas from Dutch Bros that talk about the recipes, and I literally was like, "Oh, I could make this at home." So I've been making the Dutch Bros, waters myself,
Yeah.
and I even figured out how to make their sour shot with citric acid.
Yeah. They're yummy. Just go look it up.
I mean, they're cheap there, but sometimes you can't always
A
get to
big
Dutch
one is
Bros.
like $3,
Yeah, well, it's
3.25 or
yeah,
something.
275 unless you have the sour shot, then it's 325.
Yeah.
But, you're literally just paying for the bottle of the water. They don't charge you for the flavorings. Anyway, sorry. So, what do you guys think about this?
Hmm.
Where are you at? We would love to know, what you think about
Hmm.
being busy or lazy or one of those labels that makes you feel really uncomfortable.
Hmm.
I wanna know about that.
I do too.
So, Shelly, let's do some rapid fire.
I'm going to start and I'm going to
Okay.
jump
Oh,
in.
she's jumping in.
I'm jumping in.
Do it.
Uh, Angie, peach pie or peach cobbler?
Cobbler.
She was fast. She was fast out the gate.
Okay.
Oh, me too. Are we going to make one? We can do a healthy one. We can make one that's
Oh,
not
totally.
super. There's
Yeah.
crumbles like cobblers. There's ways to make them
Oh, totally.
totally healthy. Let's have a healthy, yummy.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
I
Oh, I
like how I
love
just
a peach
worked that to
cobbler.
my advantage. See how I did that? That's what I did.
Okay. What is your favorite juice?
Ooh.
Like fruit juice, not like
The
a
first one,
syrup.
that materialized that popped in my head was cranberry juice. And I do love cranberry juice.
I
Yeah.
have homemade cranberry juice. I should give you some.
Yes, you should. Why
I
haven't
make it.
you?
I have a bunch of them. Did I show you those?
No, not cranberry.
The quart jar. I have like 20 quarts right now of homemade cranberry juice. Okay.
Well, okay, I'm getting some cranberry juice,
I'm
peeps.
bringing Shelly some cranberry juice,
That
apparently.
worked out well.
Okay. Next question.
Hmm.
It's your turn.
Okay, we talked about this in this cast, so it might made me think about like new hobbies to take on.
Mm.
If you could take on a new passion, a new hobby, you mentioned pottery, so I'm going to throw pottery at as
Throw
one.
pottery.
I'm going to throw some pottery on that wheel, and then the other one would be since it feels like you maybe like hands on weaving.
What does weaving
Like
even
a
mean?
loom, like you would make the yarn,
Oh, I bet that would be
and
fun.
you would
Um,
have the
I
weaving loom.
I think pottery was my favorite class in high school. It's much like how I like the kneading of the sourdough. I love the feel of sourdough or any bread. I love the feel of bread dough in
Mhm,
my on my hands. The same with pottery, like the feel of the power of the clay and how it would turn completely different if you just barely touched it under the
mhm.
lip or what. I love pottery.
See, I like the feel of things too, but there's a part of my brain that really likes repetitious patterning, which is what you do with the loom where you weave it through, you push the thing, it comes back,
That sounds
you
like that
weave
would be
through.
nice as well.
See, so I like things that kind of you can be mindless
Yeah.
and pattern,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
repetitious patterns. Those appeal to me too. It'd be hard. I'd be interested in both.
Oh, for
I
sure.
just answered the question I asked her.
Well, as we should,
As we should.
right? Okay, Shelly,
Is she? Yes.
the Emmys were last night.
Okay.
Did you watch any of it,
I
first of all?
didn't. I
Okay.
didn't.
If you could win an award,
I will. I'm sure.
when you win an award,
Thank you.
do you hope that would you rather have it be a Tony, an Oscar, an Emmy, or an Academy Award? What award
Or
would
a
you,
Grammy.
or Grammy? I don't know
Yeah.
what all the ones are.
So Tony is Broadway, like being
Would
on
you
a
rather have
Broadway.
it be TV, music, movies, Broadway? Like best case scenario, you're walking up on stage to accept award. What is it for? Is
Oh,
it for?
fuck all that. I want the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh,
I'm going big or I'm going home.
that's not one of
If
the options I gave
if
you.
I want to be awarded something,
That's not an
I
award
want
show,
it.
though.
I want it to be that I did something good for the world. That I put something out that was
Okay,
so amazing
I'll
that
accept that.
it changed the quality of people's life and made it better.
You do change the quality of my life, and you make it better
Well, then
every day.
it's like I'm winning the Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm just giving her one
every
by
day.
proxy. Like
But but if I had to go with one of those others, probably a Grammy for music
Yeah.
because I love singing.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
I
I
think you'd be good
communicate.
at any of those.
I don't like acting on Broadway. I so admire the people
Yeah.
who can do that and memorize all those lines. I'm not, that would be so scary to me. Like, I like to act little tiny parts that are small, that don't feel like big monologues and stuff. So I don't think I could be an actress. I could do
I bet you could.
improv and goof off, but Grammy.
Okay. I love it.
Grammy. This has been another episode of Hot Flash Chronicles podcast.
Yes, it has.
And we're so glad you joined us. And if you would like to leave us a review or that elusive but much, much appreciated 5-star review.
5-star review, a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe,
All
all
those.
of those things.
All the things. We appreciate those.
We do.
And hit subscribe, tell your friends, let them know how high quality and professional this is.
So professional. Guys, thank you for being here, and we will see you next time.
Ciao!
Bye.
That's it for today's dose of midlife mischief on Hot Flash Chronicles. Thanks for listening and letting us overshare.
If you laughed, nodded along, or shouted same at any point, hit that subscribe button and share us with your favorite humans. And remember, we're still hot, just in flashes.